Bundys Garage, Bundy here. Today we're working on a GM 5.7 liter. This will apply to all 5.7s and 4.3s, V6s, V8s from 1996, 1997, 1998, 1999, 2000, and 2001. We're going to be replacing the rotor, the cap, and I'm going to be putting on this Accel ignition coil as well. All this stuff I got from O'Reilly, and just wanted to show you the components before I actually install them. So we're going to be changing out. We're going to be doing a major tune-up on this engine. So this will be for a V8 5.7 that I'll be doing the work on, but it actually applies to the V8s and the V6s, the 4.3s during the same year. I went with this coil. I don't know how long the original coil's been on, but I've read good things about these, and just wanted to give it a little boost in horsepower and torque. Videos I've seen online have proven that to me. There's guys that are doing dyno tests on Mustangs, and they show before and after results. Also going to I've done the spark plugs and the spark plug wires. Took it back to original AC Delco spark plugs, number 14. The gap on it is 0.060. Regular cap for a V8, regular rotor, and an Accel ignition coil. So let's get started. Okie dokie, schmooky. The first thing you want to do when you go ahead and you want to do the coil on this 5.7 GM is you want to disconnect the mass airflow sensor right here. There's a little clip. Pop that off. And there's an intake air temperature sensor. That just pops up. There's a screw right here. Pull that loose. Holds the air intake in. Get that out of the way. Remove this breather hose. And I'm going to take everything from here to here. I'm going to take everything out all at once. This air filter box just clips into the side if you have it stock, and this thing just actually slides out that way. There's a clip on the bottom. There's a clip right here. You just lift this like that and up and out. So forward. That part came out. It might not come out that easy. Just so you know, this air box is actually broken. Has duct tape on the side. Just wiggle it and push it that way. You'll be able to get it out. Okay, the coil is right here. Okay, I'll get a zoom up of that. This is an ICM, ignition control module. This is a wire leading actually into the coil. Okay, another clip here. That just pops out. Same with here. This one's a little bit tighter. Get your wiring harness out of the way. Tuck that back out of the way. This is your lead-in to the coil distributor cap. Pull that up and out of the way. Okay, now there's looks like there's two 10mm bolts or screws on the backside that hold it in place. So let's see if we can get back there and get it loose. I'm using a 3/8 10mm socket with a 3/8 ratchet. And I think this is a 4-inch extension. On the back side, sorry if I blocked your way there, it's a 10mm nut, 2 of them. Looks like that. So get that out of the way. Here's another one on the other side. I'll show that to you real quick. There's the coil. Right there. It's a 10mm. And then there's one. Can you see it? Can you see it? There's one right there. Right there. See it? So you gotta loosen that one up as well. I just want to give you guys a shot so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So there's one, and there's the other one. Taking the back side off. Get my hand down there. Hopefully these are the only two 10mm bolts holding this thing on. Try not to drop these 10mm nuts. Alright, looks like that was just the front cover that was being held in place. Those two 10mm. Looks like they just held a clamp in place. Let me try to figure out what's going on here. Okay, you can see the bracket that I loosened up. Right there is another 10mm. And then right there, the second one, is the other 10mm that holds the coil on. So once you get those first two 10mm nuts loose, it's part of a bracket that holds the majority of the wiring harness on. Holds the majority of the wiring harness secure, I should say. Just push that up to the center of the engine towards the driver's side, and then go ahead and get in there. And I think that's a 10mm. There's one right there. Double checking to see if it is 10. Yes, it is 10mm. Just move that bracket out of the way, push it towards the driver's side, and then there'll be two more bolts that you have to get off to actually get the coil free. Alright, let's get those two bolts off in the back. Get this coil free. Free Coil America. The bracket I took off keeps wanting to fall back into place. Okay, now they're loose, and I'm just going to take the 10mm socket and go down there with my fingers and fetch it out. If I can reach down there. Okay, it's actually a stud. You see that? So the first two were nuts. Second two are studs. And there we go. The coil is free. There's the coil. There you can see the coil. Right there, where the two stud sits. Ignition control module, heat sink, wiring harness in, high voltage spark out. So to actually get this thing out, these two rivets right here, you actually have to drill them out. So we're going to drill that one out, drill that one out, and then bring in the new Accel coil. Okay. That one's loose too. Now let's see if I can get this to punch a hole through. There's one. Okay. Haha. It's free. Well, on that side at least. Okay, now I'm just going to get a hammer. You wouldn't want to do this if it was on the ICM side, because this part is very delicate. You don't want to damage this. So don't try this if you actually got the other side loose. Go ahead and okay, it's free. See right there, right there. There's the old one. There's the old rivet. So just got that free and clear. Don't need that anymore. This might be the original coil. There's some markings right there. 5L27. But other than that, that's all I see. If you ever wanted to just take the ICM off, there's 2 screws that hold that in. It's probably like 7/16. So that's how you get that out if you ever need to, and I'm sure that's probably original. So it comes with new hardware. So let's see what we get in this. Okay, we get some brackets, 2 of those screws, 4 nuts. Looks like long bolts to put that through. So this will go. Just remember the voltage side goes like that. Run that down, and then bring on this back plate. Okay. Okay. Now I just need to tighten these up. And there you go. It's all set up. Brand new coil. Pretty nifty neato, huh? Just make sure, like I said, you take it off, high voltage, coming out this side, and it's on the same side as the bracket. So just make sure you line it up correctly when you put everything back together. Instructions. Notice, for application where OEM coil and bracket are riveted together, remove OEM coil and bracket as an assembly, drill out or grind off rivet heads, and reassemble Accel Supercoil and OEM bracket with hardware kit included. Form number 3794958. Nothing on the back. Accel GM Supercoil 1996 through 2001. Remote mount 140024. 7% increase in voltage, 11% increase in energy. Made in China. Just so you know, these nuts, these bolts are actually a 9/32. So if you want to tighten those up, 9/32. Now it's time to do the distributor cap and the rotor, boys and girls. Right there, you're looking at is the one of the screws for the distributor. There's one in the back there as well. It's kind of a odd angle to get a shot at, but I just want you to see right there. When I remove the flashlight, it's going to go dark back there, but that is a T20. So you go in here, bring it on down. I have not reinstalled the coil yet, just because I wanted a room to be able to get in here. Okay, I think that's loose on that side. Yep, it's loose there. Okay, next thing I'm going to do, there's a distributor cap, and you can see here there's numbering, so that designates which spark plug it goes to. So you see 8, 2, 4, and 6 in the very back. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark each spark plug wire so that when I distributor cap on, I know exactly where each wire goes. So I'm going to mark the wires to coincide with the numbering on the distributor cap. Found a yellow marker. I'm going to go ahead and mark these up. This one let's see, this one is 2, that one's 8. I have to move that out of the way for a second, so that'll be 8, 2, 4, 6. Okay, now I'll do that on the other side. And then I'll remove all the spark plugs and pull the cap off. So, let me pull the spark plugs off. Okay. Now, I'm sorry I can't get a shot of the other side, but that's what I'll be doing, is marking them and then pulling the whole thing off. The old distributor is pretty worn in there. The vehicle was showing signs of a P0300, a random misfire. So you can see it's pretty brittle. This actually broke removing it. And this whole side is broken as well. So, let's see, it's kind of pretty corroded in there. Possibly some ozone buildup. So next thing I'm going to do is take off the rotor. That's pretty self-explanatory. All you need to do is when you... Well, let me show you for a second. Okay, there's the rotor. When you do this, all you need to do is remember which way it's pointing. When you put it back on, there's only 2 ways it'll go, and one way it'll be 180 degrees out. So you just want to remember that it's facing towards the firewall to the 11 o'clock position. I believe those are T15s, Torx 15s. Let me double check. Yes, Torx 15. The cap looks pretty, the rotor looks pretty worn. The end does as well. So when I take this off, I'm going to check the distributor cap and make sure the vent holes are free and clear, and then put everything back together. So reversal is pretty much the same as removal. Just put the rotor back on, make sure you put it in the correct position. As you can see, the blade is actually sitting in 11 o'clock position towards the firewall. Bring back in the cap, connect all the spark plug wires in the correct order. I marked them before I took them off. That way I know exactly which ones they go on, and then I'm going to put the coil back in as well. So it's not that hard of a job, just a little bit time consuming to get back there and figure everything out. So questions, comments, concerns, you can email me at bundysgarage@gmail.com. Hopefully this video has helped you out. Hopefully my videos on YouTube have helped you out. If they have, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And like always, I'll keep them rolling for you.